Hey, Blue Table fans.
Hey!
Just move your mouth and I'll add things to it. Hello, I am Janine. I am going to talk to you about how to paint.
I feel like a Muppet.
Yeah. That's right.
That's
awesome.
on film
Waka
forever
waka.
now.
It is.
That's awesome.
Make that your ringtone. You know what my goal at Adepticon is?
What?
To not talk over people.
It's like 4 days. Do you think you can do it?
Not for the whole 4 days. Of course not.
Occasionally, though.
I'm going to shoot for 1 day.
Awesome. It's a good goal.
You got to start somewhere, Janine. You got to start somewhere. So you're coming.
Yes.
That's the current plan. You and Thomas are looking for someone to share the room with, to split the room with.
We are.
All right. So folks, contact me if you're interested in that. All right, fantastic. Okay, so Janini, tell me about what you're working on.
So I'm working on some Iyanden Wraithguard. Right now I'm doing the, I've got all the yellow done and highlighted, and I'm kind of doing the veins and the webbing, not the veins, the webbing and the like vents, all black. That's the current stuff
You're
I'm
going
on.
back and like
Yeah, so the way that I did these was I primed them, and then I did a lot of...
What color was the primer?
So it was a brown primer.
Okay.
And then I did a little bit of an orange spray over them.
Okay.
And then I did a tan yellow dry brush.
Okay.
And then I did a yellow dry brush.
Right.
And then I highlighted them with my paintbrush with it was pale sand and lemon yellow mixed together.
Oh wow,
And
that's
I highlighted
very
the
light.
gems. And the edges. And because of all that dry brushing, I couldn't have any, the dark spots would have been covered up, so I have to go back in and paint them.
Right. Because with yellow, you have to be pretty aggressive.
Yes.
So the tip here that I'm hearing is a final yellow highlight of yellow mixed with like an ivory color, Vallejo pale sand.
Yeah. And it depends on if you want your yellow to be more light or more orange.
Right.
If you want to do it orange, then you can kind of just highlight with a final stage of just lemon yellow, and then keep all of the stages before it more orangey and rusty, and then the yellow will kind of tint all of those to make them brighter. But these I wanted to be a little bit more yellow, and so I highlighted them with a touch of white in the paint.
Right.
And then I was going to say something else.
Touch of white.
Well, pale sand.
Well, and there's a
has white in
difference.
it.
If you want, if you want a highlight color to be warm,
Yeah.
you choose an ivory, and then if it's cold, you do like a straight up white, titanium white, something like that.
Yeah. I think because of the yellow I was putting in, I could have mixed it with white, just not as much white, and gotten kind of the same effect. But if I were highlighting with like a red, that wouldn't have worked, because red and pale sand versus red and white are going to be very different colors.
Well, red and white makes pink.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and red and pale sand will make a pinkish color, but it won't be quite pink.
Really? Okay.
Well, yeah,
I didn't know that.
it's going to be pinkish.
Sorry,
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's just like, do I look at the camera?
I'm interested,
or
or
do
at
I look
me.
at you?
Right?
Or the camera?
Well,
Back and forth.
yeah, I find it strange to look at a camera. Like
Well, I
this
try to, because
blank thing. I like a
that's
human there.
where the people are. The people are right there.
All right, thanks
But
a lot,
you're right
Janine.
there.
That's great. These are looking really super.
Yeah.
This is an example of basically what you're beginning with.
Yeah.
So is this brown primer or rust?
It's brown primer.
Brown primer, okay.
And then it's got a little bit of orange spray and a little bit of yellow spray over that.
Right.
And then it's going to be pretty aggressively dry brushed.
Right. But you really, just doing it base coated like this makes a lot less work, because you don't have to fight the yellow over like this really dark color.
Yeah, and whatever colors I dry brush on top of it, the places where it's more yellow are naturally going to be brighter, and the places where it's darker are going to be darker. So it does a lot of my shading while I'm painting.
Right. It's like a guideline.
Oh, and that was what I was going to say. One thing about yellow paint that makes it so hard is that when we buy these paints, or even GW paints, private press paints, they're all the same price. But if you go into an art store, a tube of yellow paint versus a tube of blue paint are very different prices.
Really?
Because the pigments to make reds and yellows are more expensive than the pigments to make other colors.
Really?
So when you buy yellow paint, since they can't charge more, it has less pigment in it. So that's why when you're painting, it looks streaky.
It's very
and you
thin.
can't get a good coat. So that is part of the problem. That's why painting yellow is so difficult.
That is so enlightening.
Yep.
All right, fantastic. Thanks a lot, Janine.